before we get into it, because I really want to break this down just a little bit.
Come on, let's break it down.
All right. So the FBI and the DOJ. Well, let me just go back to October the 21st. Okay, so it says that on October 21st, 2016, the DOJ and FBI sought and received a FISA probable cause order authorizing electronic surveillance on Carter Page from the FISA. Okay, and the FISA, I got it all written down here. You know, my stuff be all distracted. But anywho, this is what it means. It means the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court. All right. All right. Paige, who was a U.S. citizen who served as a volunteer advisor to the Trump presidential campaign, consistent with requirements on the FISA, the application had to be first certified by the deputy director of the FBI, and then required the approval of Attorney General, Deputy Attorney General, or the Senate-confirmed Assistant Attorney General for the National Security Division. Okay, so the acting director was James Comey. The acting deputy director was Andrew McCabe. Loretta Lynch was the Attorney General. The Deputy Attorney General was Sally Yates. And the list sort of goes on. Due to sensitive nature of foreign intelligence activity, FISA submissions before the FISA are classified. As such, the public confidence in the integrity of the FISA proceeds depend on the court's ability to hold the government to the highest standard, particularly as it relates to surveillance of American citizens. Okay, so really they wanted this to get out here for transparency so that the American people will know, because really there was somebody abusing their power.
That's right.
Okay,
that's right.
All right, all right. So let me just sort of skip through. In the case of Carter Page, the government had at least 4 independent opportunities before the FISA, that's the courts, to accurately provide an accounting of the relevant facts. They had 4 opportunities when they submitted their application to the courts to unmask somebody to give specific facts, and they didn't do that.
They did not do
They did not do that. The dossier compiled by Christopher Steele on behalf of the Democratic National Committee and the Hillary Clinton campaign formed an essential part of the Carter Page FISA application.
That's right.
Steele was a longtime FBI source who was paid over $160,000 by the DNC and Clinton campaign via the law firm Perkins Company or Co. And research firm Fusion GPS to obtain derogatory information on Donald Trump ties to Russia. So what happened whenever Christopher submitted this application, he failed to put that on there. Well, hey, you know what? The Clinton campaign pretty much paid me $160,000 or paid for this dossier. And I was paid over $160,000 to get all of this here stuff together. He didn't give them key information. Okay. Neither the initial application on October 16 nor any of their renewals disclose or the reference the role of the DNC, the Clinton campaign, or any party campaign in funding Steele's effort, even though the political origins of the Steele dossier were then known to senior DOJ and FBI officials. Comey and them knew who was behind this dossier. Nobody ever revealed it to the court. Okay, go ahead.
But all I was going to say is that it's all a setup. It's all been a setup from the gate. But just to go back just one step.
Come on, go back
to Carter Page, right there about how on October 21st, 2016, how the DOJ and the FBI sought and received a FISA probable cause order authorizing electronic surveillance on Carter Page. Page is a U.S. citizen.
He's a U.S. citizen
who served as a volunteer advisory to the Trump presidential campaign.
That's right.
Who is Carter Page?
He's an American.
He's an American. Okay. All right. But he volunteered for the Trump campaign.
That's right. Right.
Was this willfully? Or was he paid to do this?
No, he was volunteer. He wasn't paid to do.
Not by Trump.
No.
Did anybody push him to volunteer?
Uh-oh, see, Silk, you always going there. So you think it may have been a bigger setup?
Yes. I want to know, who is Carter Page? Is he innocent here in all of this or what? Because it says he served as a volunteer advisory to the Trump presidential campaign. Then I found out that they had already been surveilling Carter. It's something else that had been going on. If Carter Page was under surveillance before the Trump campaign, that's my notes right here. Who paid Carter? I found out that Carter Page was already under some type of surveillance before the Trump campaign. Is that true or is that not true?
We'll say allegedly, because I don't know if it's true or not.
We will say allegedly.
I mean, are you? This is biased.
And I got another nugget for you.
Girl.
The FISA application that was placed against for Carter Page was obtained late October 2016, after Paige had left the Trump campaign.
Somebody said, Shawana said, if he was watched since 2013, Paige was a plant.
Hello. All of this was set up. And see, we did something called Obamagate.
Yes, we did.
Remember that? Last year around this time.
Yes, we did.
We talked about how all of this, it was broken down. Now, we didn't know nothing, but we was just going off of what we saw.
What we heard, and our instinct.
Yes.
Because I told y'all, if you all can remember, I told you when we left the inauguration,
that's right.
I told you something wasn't right.
That's right.
Something didn't feel right.
That's right.
Now, what I don't understand is how is it that Hillary Clinton, Hillary Clinton got a mind problem.
Yeah.
This is why the DNC is broke.
Yeah.
Paid up to $9 million, allegedly, we'll say alleged, for a dossier that can't be verified. And then they took that mess and they pushed it out in the news.
They wasn't looking for it to be verified. They wanted that information to get out into the news. Remember, Christopher Steele put it out in the news. He leaked it to the news so that it can get out. They wanted that to be the narrative for people to hear these salacious things about, at the time, Donald Trump, so that it would make us not want to vote for him.
Right. And they didn't bet that we was going to stop listening to the media, that we really wanted Trump. The key players is Barack Hussein Obama, the Obama administration, the DNC, Hillary Clinton, and her campaign, the FBI, James Comey, Carter Page, Christopher Steele, Rod Rosenstein, Sally Yates, Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, James Clapper, Loretta Lynch, Andrew McKay, Robert Mueller, George Papadopoulos, and Susan Rice.
And don't forget Adam Schiff.
Put him in there too.
Adam Schiff.
Yeah, put him on in there. Write his name in there. That's full of. He's full of sugar on the iced.
Yeah.
All right. Now, Carter Page, you all, was a volunteer. But now let me tell you, Carter Page, nobody called him.
No.
It wasn't like the Trump campaign picked up the phone and called him.
They wasn't in search of him. No.
Carter Page inserted himself.
That's right.
Right there in the Trump campaign is pretty much what he did. How did he do that, Sil?
Well, basically what he did, Carter Page didn't wait for a call. But what he did is reached out to a New York Republican Party chair in late December 2015, asking to be put in touch with Trump's team. Okay? Cox put Page in contact with then campaign manager Corey Lewandowski, who sent him over to Clovis, who was over the foreign policy team. Okay? And what Clovis did is just put Page on a list of advisors.
And that's it.
And Papadopoulos was also added to the team of advisors.
Right.
That's it.
Do you know that Carter Page didn't even go to the meeting? It was only one meeting, y'all.
It was only one meeting.
They act like, listen to me. Let me calm down.
Okay,
I want y'all to
we want y'all to get it.
Because somebody said, break it down for a 12-year-old to understand.
Yes.
Carter Page, you all, didn't even go to the meeting. There was only one meeting held.
One Trump foreign policy meeting. That's
Carter Page did not even go to that meeting.
That's right. And they asked, what was his role? What did he do? He basically did absolutely nothing whatsoever. He never made a contribution to the campaign. He never even met or even spoke to Trump himself.
That's right. So if Carter Paige didn't even go to this meet, did he start calling himself an advisor now?
Right.
Did he take and make up his little cards? Because listen, you all, that's what they do.
That's what they do.
But even when people tie themselves to diamond and silk, you go on their little Twitter and their little Facebook, they'll have our name sitting there like they do work with us, and they ain't done nothing. I'm telling you. So really, Carter Paige. So my thing is this: you said something the other night, and I said, "Silk." Now here you go. You said, was Carter Paige a plant?
That's right. Who was he? Why was he here? Who paid him to be here?
Well, y'all, let's go back.
Yes.
The FBI interviewed Carter Paige back in 2000 because of his contacts with Russia back in 2013. The FBI was already on to Carter Paige back in 2013.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
Because of his contacts with the Russian intelligence operative.
That's right.
Hold up for one moment. Hold on, Silk. I got somewhere I'm going with this.
Okay, bring it. And we're gonna just skip the break. Okay. Y'all see it. We're gonna skip the break. Okay. Go ahead.
All right. If nobody called Carter Paige,
right,
and Carter Paige was already interviewed by the FBI.
In 2013.
In 2013.
Yeah.
And then he wiggled his behind.
He wiggled
into the Trump campaign.
But as a contact,
he was persistent.
Right.
He was persistent. He kept calling. Like he can offer something.
His services.
Who in the HEL set this up?
That's right.
I feel now I see where you're going.
See where I was going with
wait a minute.
Yeah.
Carter Paige was already interviewed by the FBI in 2013. He goes here.
Yep.
Or did Carter Paige know any of this, but the FBI knew what they were doing? Because wait a minute, because they couldn't stand him. Christopher Steele didn't want him to be in there. Peter Starks and Lisa Page, they were FBI agents.
They didn't want him to be in there.
So did the FBI, because just like the FBI can investigate, the FBI can also cover their damn tracks.
That's
too.
right.
They can also cover,
and they can use backdoor interest in order to make a connect to the person that they're trying to attack.
Because if the law firm went through GPS, Fusion GPS.
That's right.
Why didn't we just go through law firm? So it's like everybody has something to cover up.
Yes.
Or did somebody use Carter Paige, and Carter Paige didn't even realize he was being used?
That's a possibility.
And this just hit me in my spirit.
It's in your
spirit. Carter Paige didn't never go to a meeting,
then
why in the HEL was they surveilling Carter Page and the Trump camp when the man ain't even been to not even one meeting?
That's right.
So where was he hanging out at?
He wasn't hanging out nowhere.
That was just a way for the FBI to try to unmask the Trump camp.
That's right. That's right.
Do y'all understand what I'm saying, please?
Yeah, and that's why, the FBI opened up an investigation into Trump associate ties to Russia. So this man was considered an associate tied to President Trump, who was also
but he wasn't tied to President Trump.
He
didn't even go to a meeting.
No, but he sent some emails to some of Trump advisors.
Well, wait a minute. But just because you send an email to Trump advisors, don't mean that you trying to
associate with them.
That's right.
But that's what they use. This is some BS that
some bogus.
Use. Right. So the FBI opened an investigation into Trump associate tied to Russia, which was George Papadopoulos at some point in July of 2016, after receiving a tip that George Papadopoulos had bragged to an Australian diplomat that he knew Russia had dirt on Hillary Clinton. But what was the reasoning behind the Obama administration filing a request with the FISA court to monitor communications involving Donald Trump and several of his advisors in June 2016?
And if Carter Page never went to a meeting and never went to anything and just did some emailing,
that's right.
Why was they still trying to unmask Donald Trump and his camp again? And what was that, June of 2016?
And in the one that they went to in June of 2016, it was uncharacteristically denied. And I had to look up the word uncharacteristically.
Okay, what you come up with?
It says in a way that is not typical of a particular person or thing, meaning something wasn't right. Something didn't feel right.
Okay.
So they denied that FISA request in June of 2016. But oh no, the Obama administration had to keep trying to push and keep trying to push. The FBI had to keep trying to push. And then that's when they followed up.
Right.
With the second FISA request against Paige that happened in October 2016, weeks after Paige was no longer associated with the Trump campaign.
So wait a minute. Okay. So are you saying, let's say if I volunteer for McDonald's.
Yes.
And let's say if I have a relationship with the Virgin Islands.
Okay.
And they trying to say that the Virgin Islands done something.
Right.
Do you mean they gonna drag McDonald's in my stuff?
If they trying to go after McDonald's?
Because the only way he was associated with the Trump campaign is through a few emails and this here little meeting that he didn't even attend. It was only one meeting.
But if they going after McDonald's, they will use you to get to McDonald's. They use Paige. They use George Papadopoulos and some more people to do these backdoor interests
of trying to unmask the president and listen to his conversation.
Yes.
Okay. Now, when they ordered that second Pfizer, Paige was gone, you all.
Right.
He was not volunteering for the Trump campaign. So what was that about?
Okay.
How are they going to explain that?
Well, I don't know how they're going to explain it, Diamond. But I was told that a second Pfizer request, the Obama administration submitted a new narrow request to the FISA court, now focused on a computer server in Trump Tower suspected of links to Russian banks. No evidence was found, but the wiretaps continued.
Whoa. Oh, that was in April. Because didn't Obama give that firm $900,000?
No, wait.
Because I didn't know what. Okay.
Hold that thought.
Okay, that's the
This
money.
happened October of 2016. So I don't know if this also happened with Paige, because they took it out on Paige 2016 as well. So what they did is they used Paige to try to get to President Trump, and his stuff, so that they can see what was going on.
But it was only one meeting that he didn't show up for. This is bogus. This was like a bogus. This is a bogus reason.
That's right.
And so who pushed who? Okay.
And now you just said something that was freaking credible.
That's what
about Obama.
Okay, the $972,000.
That's right.
Okay, so Obama Obama for America's OFA organization allegedly paid Perkins Coie law firm over $972,000.
Yes.
Remember, this is the same law firm, you all, that compiled that dossier.
This is the same law firm that paid
Fusion GPS to compile that dossier.
That's right.
So why was he giving him $972,000? What was that about? And then why did Hillary Clinton pay up to $9 million for?
Look, they was paying money out the yang to try to keep President Trump from being president by any means necessary. By any means necessary is what they were doing.
This is a witch hunt.
It is.
You still cannot tell us what was the collusion here. Even when I look at George Papadopoulos, what did he do? I think he committed to what? Did he lie to the FBI?
He said that he lied to the FBI, but why isn't he locked up?
And why isn't Carter Page? If they got all of these FISA, listen to this, y'all. If they got all of these FISA warrants for Carter Page, even when Carter Page wasn't even volunteering for the Trump campaign, why did they do that?
That's right.
Who approved it? And why haven't they found out why haven't Carter Page been arrested?
That's right.
why haven't he been charged with anything? This was really merely to get to Trump.
Why hadn't George Papadopoulos, have he been charged with anything?
Well, I think he pleaded guilty. He took a plea like Flynn did.
Okay.
But the thing is that, and wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that the FBI is so weak that now they going on he say, she say? Because Papadopoulos was talking to a diplomat having a drink. How we know he wasn't drunk? Who is this diplomat? Is he an investigator?
Let me just give you a connection right quick. I'm gonna run it down real fast.
Run it down real fast,
because I know the time is going fast and we still got to do the bowl of stupid. Okay, let's go back. Okay, everybody just clear your minds and let's think back. Loretta Lynch was appointed to the U.S. Attorney in Brooklyn, New York. Okay. From 1999 to 2001 by who? President Bill Clinton.
So Bill Clinton hired Lynch.
All right. That was 1999.
In 1999. Okay.
From 2003 to 2005, Lynch served as a member of the Federal Reserve Bank, which is a privately owned corporation, which oversees other banks, numerous of different banks. Several of those banks and their executives have donated to the Clinton political campaigns and to the Clinton Foundation. You got that so far? All right. And I'm gonna say allege on everything because I want to see it. In 2010, President Obama reappointed Lynch as U.S. Attorney in Brooklyn. Then in 2015, Obama appointed Loretta Lynch as head of the U.S. Attorney for the nation. Okay, so now she's U.S. Attorney, right? All right. So during Hillary Clinton, the email investigation, Lynch was over the DOJ, the Department of Justice. Where
you going?
You know I'm coming somewhere, right?
You coming somewhere. All right. Where you going?
Remember, she met Bill Clinton on the tarmac.
She met him on that tarmac.
Who was her previous boss? She asked Comey to change the wording to a matter. Did she not?
Yes, she did.
Lynch should have recused herself because of conflict of interest. How biased are you to be the one to oversee the investigation of your previous boss' wife? Next nugget. Comey, yes. In 1996, Comey was appointed to Senate Committee Investigator Council to investigate the Clintons in Watergate, and Whitewater. He found no wrongdoing. In 2000, Comey was appointed by Bush as Deputy U.S. Attorney. He investigated Bill Clinton mass pardons as he left office. Comey found no wrongdoing. In 2014, Obama appointed Comey as FBI director. Lynch was Comey's boss. As she was the chief law enforcement officer of the nation. So isn't it ironic that Lynch, who was previously appointed by Bill Clinton, and formerly an employee of the law firm that is connected to Hillary Clinton email scandal, was in charge of Hillary Clinton's investigation, along with Comey, who has investigated the Clintons plenty of time, but found no wrongdoing, who was also appointed by Obama. Both was appointed by Obama, and it turns out that Lynch and Comey have known each other for decades. Neither one of them have any credibility.
All of it is biased.
They both should have recused themselves.
Well, they get upset and they say, well, the president should not have leaked this memo. No, we need transparency. And what we see, a big cover up with the FBI, the DOJ under the Obama administration, along with Hillary Clinton, her campaign, and the DNC, and the one that even formed this fake dossier. All of them hated this president. And they were trying to derail his campaign. Now they're trying to use this Russia story to take down, to undermine his administration.
And the players that did not like our president signed off on a lot of those FISA warrants.
And here's the deal. What judge signed off on those? What judge? What was the judge?
And what off of what basis?
That's right. That's right.
What information did you present to these judges?
And how did the FBI allow a dossier to be the basis for even bringing up a warrant? You all didn't verify that information. You're supposed to be the Federal Bureau of Investigation. You're supposed to have investigated that before you even took that to the courts. Not take something that nasty Christopher Steele.
That's right.
Because he didn't like the president threw together and y'all present that to the court. So now I'm even looking at the judge. Who was the judge? Was it the same judge? Was it a different judge? Because I heard that they were issued 3 FISA warrants.
And was it a paid off judge?
That's right.
Girl, we got to get to the bowl of stupid, but this here is some foolishness. Look, I got all of this information that is ridiculous. I mean, with everything that has gone on and that I've read, absolutely nothing to do with Donald Trump.
None of this have nothing to do with Donald Trump.
This is how they
How you gonna take a volunteer and because that volunteer knows somebody in Russia, you tie that to the president.
Yes. And Rod Rosenstein, if I'm not mistaken, he approved another FISA warrant after the inauguration.
So that means so that Rosenstein, he don't too much care for our president.
No. There's a lot of, it's called deep state. There's a lot of snakes that's in the swamp, okay? That this swamp have to be drained. But it's a lot of them sitting up there that are Obama leftovers and operatives, people that do not like our president or his agenda, that is fighting against our president right there in his face.
What I want to know is why are they so desperately and still desperately trying to stop him? That means you all, it's something that they don't know.
It's something deeper, and it's more stuff that's coming to a head. There's also a second dossier.
Who made that up? Did they make that up over in the middle of the night?
There is a second dossier.
See, because all of a sudden now the Democrats want to put out a memo.
Right.
But you ain't had that memo written. You just saw this memo. Now you want to go write something.
Now you want to
try to sway us. You will never be able to sway me because these FBI agents were biased.
Right.
How do you expect the American people to believe in the FBI and that they're going to do right by the people when they've done wrong and they've covered their own track? What they've done was they took a Russia investigation and have misled the American people. They've undercut their own bureau and they tried to undermine this president.
That's right. Let me go through this real quick.
Go ahead,
There was a second dossier from the Democrats that somehow made its way into the hands of the FBI and is being used in their investigation. The Guardian reported on Tuesday that the FBI is in possession of both dossiers and is looking into whether any of the information is true. The agency is in the midst of an investigation into whether the Trump campaign colluded with Russia to win the 2016 presidential election. This second document, like the first, is highly controversial. For starters, its author is Cody Shearer, Shearer, a political activist with strong ties to the Clinton administration in 1990, in the 90s, okay? He has no experience in intelligence, which make his involvement with the document that could reflect badly on Trump look suspiciously partisan. And this second dossier came by the way of who? Christopher Steele. Christopher Steele, the ex-British intelligence officer who authored the first dossier, gave the new Shearer memo to the FBI in October of 2016. Okay, apparently he received Shearer's work from an unidentified American contact and handed it over to the authorities in effort to give the FBI more evidence for its investigation. And Steele also noted that he couldn't vouch for the claims on the second dossier.
Wow.
So he had unverified information on the first one, unverified information on the second. Why the hell did the FBI take the second one when they couldn't even confirm the first one?
Well, then why in the hell is Mueller still investigating? What the hell is he investigating? Because if these dossiers are not verifiable, if you going on some he say, she say stuff, I mean, what kind of FBI, this is murder she wrote?
This is
what is this here? Sherlock Holmes? What the hell are they doing up there?
I don't know. This is getting crazy, you all. We're going to keep y'all updated and inform us. I mean, because it's so much information
stuff,
that's coming out.
This is all of this here stuff. This is, listen.
And I want the Democrats.
Come on with your memo.
I want to see your mess.
I want to see what lies you put in there.
I want to see
so we
your
can
mess.
debunk it because we can clearly see. This is disturbing.
That's
to
right.
see how the FBI, the DOJ, the DNC, and Hillary Clinton campaign all was working in cahoots together under the Obama administration.
Yes. Even President Obama.
And you
colluded.
You are the one that colluded with Russia. And Mueller don't need to talk to President Trump.
No.
You need to talk to these FBI agents and the DOJ, the DNC, and Hillary Rodham Clinton, whatever her name is.
And then look yourself in the mirror, Mueller, and talk to yourself. It's time for an investigator to investigate the investigator.
That's right.
Because something is definitely wrong
here. You all done sat here, done wasted all of this money and misled the people.
That's right.